Once upon a time, in a small village in ancient Israel, there lived a woman who had been suffering for 12 long years. She had a condition that caused her to bleed continuously. This made her very weak and tired. She had visited many doctors and spent all her money trying to find a cure, but nothing worked. Instead of getting better, her condition only grew worse. The woman felt very lonely and sad because her illness made her unclean according to the laws of her people. This meant she could not join in the community activities or worship in the synagogue. She was often isolated and avoided by others, which made her feel even more miserable. One day, she heard about a man named Jesus who was traveling through the nearby towns and villages. People said that Jesus was a great teacher and healer. He had performed many miracles, healing the sick, giving sight to the blind, and even raising the dead. The woman's heart filled with hope. She thought, if I can just touch his clothes, I will be healed. Determined to see Jesus, the woman left her home and joined the crowd that was following him. The streets were crowded with people, all eager to see Jesus and hear his teachings. The woman pushed her way through the crowd, her heart pounding with anticipation and fear. She knew that touching anyone would make them unclean according to the law, but she was desperate for healing. As she got closer to Jesus, she reached out her hand and touched the edge of his cloak. Immediately, she felt a change in her body. The bleeding stopped, and she knew she was healed. Relief and joy washed over her, and she wanted to slip away quietly, but Jesus suddenly stopped and turned around. "Who touched my clothes?" Jesus asked. His disciples were puzzled and said, "You see the people crowding against you, and yet you ask, 'Who touched me?'" But Jesus kept looking around to see who had done it. The woman, knowing what had happened to her, came forward trembling with fear. She fell at his feet and told him the whole truth. She explained how she had been suffering for 12 years and how she believed that just touching his clothes would heal her. Jesus listened to her story with compassion. Then he said to her, "Daughter, your faith has healed you. Go in peace and be freed from your suffering." The woman's heart was filled with gratitude and joy. She had been healed not only in her body but also in her spirit. Jesus had called her daughter, showing her that she was loved and accepted. She left the crowd, her heart light and her steps sure, knowing that her life had been changed forever. From that day on, the woman lived a new life. She was no longer isolated or unclean. She could join her community and worship freely. She often shared her story with others, telling them about the power of faith and the compassion of Jesus. Her story became a source of hope and inspiration for many who were suffering and in need of healing. And so, the woman who had once been known for her suffering became known for her faith and the miracle that had changed her life. She lived the rest of her days in peace, grateful for the touch that had healed her and the love that had restored her. Here are some important lessons from this story. 1. Faith and hope. The woman's faith in Jesus' power to heal her was unwavering, and it was her faith that ultimately led to her healing. This teaches us the importance of having faith and hope even in the most challenging situations. 2. Perseverance. Despite years of suffering and failed treatments, the woman did not give up. Her perseverance is a reminder that we should keep striving for solutions and not lose hope. 3. Compassion and acceptance. Jesus' response to the woman shows his compassion and acceptance. He called her daughter, showing that everyone is worthy of love and care, regardless of their circumstances. Here are some follow-up questions. 1. Have you ever faced a situation where you felt hopeless and alone? How did you find the strength to keep going? 2. What do you think gave the woman the courage to reach out and touch Jesus' cloak despite the crowd and the laws? We would appreciate it if you could let me know your answers in the comments section below. If you enjoyed this story, please drop your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel for more contents like this. Thank you for watching.